Hello. I'm going to talk a little quieter than usual because other people in this house are not awake. I'm always curious if people will like actually show up when I stream early. Let's look at this real quick. Allow selection is fine. This is what we were talking about yesterday. So the aquatic pack, and this might be something where I'm going to be not cheap and buy it as soon as it comes out because I'm just really excited about this. Expand your zoo into a marine menagerie. The aquatics pack. 5 magnificent new animals: king penguins, gray seals, giant otters. Include they don't tell us what the other two are. Yeah, I don't know what the other two are. I wonder what they could be. Because we already have like crocodiles and stuff. I wonder what they could be. Make them feel at home by constructing beautiful habitats with new scenery pieces. Jungle-inspired rivers and polar bays? What does that mean? Brand new zoo challenge. Yes. Oof, I might have to get this. Into those dwarf caimans. Oh, and diamondback terrapins? Are those going to be habitats or those? Oh, an exhibit-based diamondback terrapins. Okay, so one of them is an exhibit-based animal. That's fine, but the dwarf caiman would be cool. By splashing in it. Rubber duck platforms and jetties. That's cool. Look at that. And they're also gonna, I don't know if you have to get the update to get this or not, but they're gonna add docents. Actually, I don't think they're called docents, but they're gonna add people that walk around the zoo and like give educational speeches, and you have to like factor in where you're gonna put those, and that sounds really cool. So what else is coming up? Because the update is free. So what's coming in the update? Water temperature regulators. Oh, frick. I mean, that's cool, but that's going to be more work. That's cool, though. I wonder if this is going to... Water temperature. Adjust the regulator's effective range. Heat map include water for the water temperature. Makes sense. Underwater feeder box. It's a new feeder station. So I think this is going to be... If this isn't the 1.4 update, this is free no matter what. So, like, I can already have water tanks. In fact, we can build one of those if you guys want to see, which is going to be cool. For now, the only animal that we'll use this is a saltwater crocodile, but we'll be adding more animals in the future. Yeah. Really, the saltwater croc will use it, but we have another kind of gator. I wonder why that one wouldn't use it. Interesting. So it's just adding more stuff. So this is just like probably the framework to the game that you need to get the DLC to work. And then new overview tab will show you the number of different rides. I never build rides in my zoo. They're transport rides, and I don't think they're interesting. But this might actually make it better, because part of why I don't build the rides is they're really hard to manage. They also take a lot of forethought that I don't have, because you have to know where you're going to want to put the ride. Stats tab will break down to... Oh, this is still about rides. That's fine. Yeah, animal talks. So basically they walk around and talk about certain things. New management tab for the animal talks. We can't wait to see what you... Oh, free scenery assets, which is cool. Just some quality of life updates. Finally, multi-select for franchise mode animal storage. I was literally complaining about this on the stream yesterday. When you have multiple animals in animal storage, you have to move them one at a time. We're proud to bring you this thing. I don't get why that's hard. Okay. Planzo fam. Did not know we were called the Planzo fam, and I don't know how I feel about it. Anyway, I figured that was a good way to get started. Show you guys that stuff. Oh. I'm excited for all of that. I think the aquatics DLC is going to be $10. I'll say this about the DLCs for this game. As much as I complain about being cheap and not wanting to buy them, they're really well priced, I think. Silly Putty Zoo is where we're going. These are my other zoos. This one is really bad because it's my first one. I'm actually pretty proud of Sastopia. Maybe I'll show you guys someday. Maybe. Bear's seen them though, so there's no reason to show you guys now. I feel bad because no one will probably be awake for this. Well, I mean, I'll stream for Bear anytime, so that's fine. What do we got here? Okay, where we left off, we still have some scenery bits to fill in, but I'm not ready to do that yet. Are we going into sunrise or sunset? Not sure. Hey, the red pandas are about to have offspring. That's cool. Let's actually pause for a hot second while I kind of take in what's going on. I think rewards. Oh, hey, I did that. I don't even pay attention to this stuff because at this point we have made a $14,000 profit from where we started yesterday. Money-wise, not in conservation credits. I'm just like, meh. I really wish I could fix this. So we built the red pandas over here. This is a nice little. This is nice. That's nice. Definitely some stuff we could make prettier through here, but I'm gonna worry about all that. I might put in some vending machines and stuff yet though, so I haven't decided. Oh, we built this area last time. Sorry if I'm zipping around a lot. I apologize. I should put in some more waste bins. That is going to be a problem. They're going to be like, there's litter everywhere. And I'm going to be like, you literally could have walked 2 feet and you chose not to. And I don't think that should be my fault. But it will be. It will be every time. Okay. So we put that stuff in. So people should be happier. Drink needs is still higher than everything else, and the education rating is getting up there. We can put some of those education booths in here if we want. In fact, let's do that now while I'm thinking about it, while people are arriving. It's a good fiddly thing to do. I'm thinking about putting in Bengal tigers off the left of the zoo. So like we've filled in this way. I was thinking about Bengal tigers over here. I was thinking about that because we're in a tropical biome, but we haven't built any tropical animals. We've built temperate animals or like cold weather animals. I think I want a big cat. We haven't done anything big cat yet. And so Bengal tigers would fit that bill. They are in fact from tropical Asia, or at least they are in this game. We'll do these two. A lot of times, sometimes I'll like try to make the educational boards make sense. Hey Totter, welcome back. Press X for advanced movement. What do you mean? I know if I have a like an item, X brings up those modes. But you mean like while I'm oh, that's interesting. Welcome back, Totter. It's like an old TV show. I'm still not sure I understand the controls. They're not very they're not, I said land because I was reading that. Not very self-teachable, I feel like. Got 12 hours left to, what do I got here? Oh, is it just for breeding and not releasing to the wild? Because that would be cool. That has to be it. And then they'll tell you, let's help it. By breeding pandas, we don't actually have to release them to the wild. Well, there you go. We're going to achieve that for sure. Hey pandas, how are we doing? Let's check on them. We're starting to run out of a little bit of land. That's okay. Yeah, I think that's nice. It's just added things for people to read. I think the other thing we can do here is do this. Some spotlights. Does that look? That looks That's too much. That's a little too ostentatious. Let's try this one. That's gonna be not ostentatious enough. Yeah. Can you adjust the brightness on these? Let's find out. Put one in, and then I'll click on it. Sometimes you can adjust these. What do we got? Can I adjust? Can I adjust? No, I cannot. Is this the color of the light? Because maybe a different light color would be less absurd. That looks dangerous. That's like warning. That's pretty. Find something. If I go deeper. Oh, okay, there we go. If we go for a darker color, it won't be as. There we go. I like that. Okay. Duplicate. There we go. Is this going to have the same duplicate problems that the heaters do? Nope. Look at that. That's neat. Look at that being neat. Let's check that out. That's kind of cool. See, that's pretty. I like that. That might be a good, might be a good thumbnail in a minute. And I eventually want to make a thumbnail with something from the zoo in it. Let's put down some stuff here. And then maybe start on the tiger exhibit, I think. Good to see you back, Totter. I don't usually stream on Sundays, but I felt like it today, just because I wanted to do more with the zoo. I really don't usually stream this early, but here we are. That's what the zoo does to you. Put down some nice flowers. Actually, I really like soil in this biome because it just looks like mulch and wood chips already. I think that's cool. Sometimes, depending on the biome, the ground itself is just not that nice looking. I still might eventually want to put in some vending machines or something there to offset how populated our zoo might get, but that's down the road. That's not for right now. Hey, Bobcat! Coffee's not strong enough to be going to work at an 8-hour shift this early. I'll get you. I don't usually get up this early. Okay. Let's put in some lights over here too. Turn this off just so I can see how it looks. I think it's like, yeah, that's better. I don't necessarily want lights on the tanks. I just want lights so when people stand here, they can kind of see what they're doing. I like that. I like that a lot. Perfect. That's much better. Now the sun's starting to come up too. I'm kind of thinking if I want to put some kind of roofing over that, because I've literally put no paneling over this whatsoever. We can do walls. Like we can do that. I don't think that's bad. Hold on. I don't like how that one looks. There we go. That's better. I don't know why that's tripping out. There, it looks like I tried a little bit even. Don't tell your boss. I will say nothing, Bear. You'll hear nothing from me. If I do this, will it muffle the speaker? Does not appear it'll muffle the speaker. That's cool. Okay, cool. It looks a little bit better. I know I use the Arctic walls, but I just really like how the Arctic wood looks. Okay, and we're getting to the day cycle, which is good. I still think I could put something there eventually, but we're just gonna wait and see what the needs of the zoo become. I could always put a second bathroom there. But right now, bathrooms do not appear to be the issue. What we got here? Who's upset? Why are you upset? Probably too many iguanas. I could never be upset by too many iguanas. But I understand how iguanas could be. Wow, that is so many scorpions. Okay. Let's do something about this too. There's just so many scorpions. And iguanas. There we go. Send a trade center. Exhibit trading. Select all. Paid. There we go. And I'll solve that problem. Okay. I feel like I could put some stuff here or something. But this really just looks empty right now just because we don't have as many people in the zoo as we will eventually. So I was thinking about Bengal tigers over here. I was thinking about making like instead of doing this where we just have some exhibits and then people will eventually loop around over here. And doing what I did here. Kind of making like a couple of exhibits and like making a path where you walk in and walk around them. So I was looking for, I'm gonna go ahead and pause for now because I like the lighting. I was thinking of Bengal tigers, which are Asia tropical. I was thinking about orangutans, who are also Asia tropical. And then like a third one. I like tapirs, but those are South and Central America, so I mean it doesn't have to be the same continent, but it would be kind of cool. I couldn't think of. There's these guys, but they just have like a. Actually, I know what I could do with them. I have an idea. I have ideas. I have thoughts. Promotion brown bear is tropical Asia. It's not bad. Not a bad option. Might be my best one. I've never done a Komodo dragon exhibit. It's off with a new upgrade that I just got. I don't know though, I'm feeling the brown bear. I think we're gonna do the brown bear, the orangutan, and the gorilla, or the whatchamacallit, the tiger. I think we'll make like a circle. So we'll need like that much-ish space. I have thoughts. We're gonna experiment for a little bit. This is the experimentation portion of the stream. Probably won't keep anything I do, but I just want to see what it would look like. So like if we did this. And made like a big... I need to be out further so I can see what I'm doing. Made like a big circle. This isn't, or if not a circle, a big awkward oval that isn't straightly curved. Oh, I should have been doing angle snap. Duh. Hold on. I know how to play this game. I know what I'm doing. Duh. Okay, there we go. There! It's almost like using the tools in the game. Make it work properly. Let's straight section for a little bit. Why can't I? Okay, we'll do this. And then we'll angle snap. And then we'll go to curve. Curve. Like that. Now I'm getting it to be able to do straight and angle. Or in curve mode, which I couldn't get it to do a second ago. Do this. This is gonna be wild. I have so many thoughts. So we do this, like that. Then we curve in. I don't think this is gonna be big enough for 3 animals, but it might. If not, I'll just do 2, and it won't be that big of a deal. Yeah, I think it's only gonna be big enough for 2. So we'll do the orangutans and the tigers, maybe. We're gonna ignore that awkward one that I made. And do this. Why is this obstructed? I don't understand. Yeah, because it's not obstructed game, that's why. Yeah, see, I think that's cool. And then we'll go here, add. And we'll have to make like a little staff village back here, probably. And we'll grab some gates. I'll probably move the staff path back here. So I'll put one there, one there. Now, how big are these? Because if these are ridiculously large, I could probably still do 3. 75? Yeah, see? I bet I could have spliced this in 89. Yeah, I bet I could have spliced this in 3. Let's look at this here. Because the Bengal tigers... Oh, they need 75. No, they need 7,000. I can read. Yeah. We'll split this into 3 then. We can definitely split this into 3. We'll leave the middle section the biggest because that'll be where we put the orangutans. Why are you not doing what I tell you to do? Go here. Go here. Go here. No. Go here. Add. There we go. There. And we'll go here and add. And do this. Then we're going to add some gates. So again, we'll keep one gate here because it's going to be close to where I eventually put Staff Village. And then we'll just put all of the other gates as close to Staff Village as possible. I might actually put this one like here, and I feel like it would be faster to make a path that way to Staff Village and have to walk all the way around. So we're going to put this one here. I can always move those. Right now I'm just trying to get a vibe for how big these exhibits are. That's not what I meant to do. In fact, I think I might alter this a little bit. So this is still 43,000. This is still 66,000. And this is still 56,000, which is all larger, way larger than it needs to be. So now the next plan is to come in here, highlight these pieces. Can I do this without it looking ugly? If I can, no, I can't. We're just gonna delete and start over. Nope, do curves, please. Thank you. And don't do as long of pieces. I think that's where I was really convinced I was making something smaller, because I'm not used to using pieces this big. And the path can, like, walk in here. There. It's a little ugly, but I don't. That's actually really ugly. Hold on. Meantime, I think you know why you're pacing. I've been seeing you talk about it in Dave's Discord. I don't talk in Dave's Discord much, but I lurk there all the time. Here we go. What on what? what the what game? There we go. It's a little wacky, but I don't care. And then, how much space do the orangutans need? 8,000, so there's still plenty in here. So then we're gonna do this. Delete, and then we're gonna go here and we're gonna hit add. Why'd you do that? Why don't you just stay on curve? Just kind of indent it in a little bit. That'll give people the opportunity to kind of walk in and see more. The orangutans can also be kind of shy, but I have thoughts about what I can do here. And then oh, the main drive. That'll do ya. That's for sure. That's for sure. Alright, what do we got? That's there. So now that's gonna be 55. Honestly, I think I want to keep the orangutan. You know, really, I could. I have thoughts and feelings. Okay, so the orangutans need 8,000, but they'll really need more because I'm going to put a lot in there. Tigers need 7,000. Almost and black bears. They need the most. Actually, they need 10,000, but I'm only going to have 2 of them. I think what we're going to do, actually, is do this. No, I didn't like the turn you took there. There we go. First of all, that is ugly as frick. There we go. And then we're going to come over here and just kind of take out this corner because I don't like it. There we go. I'm okay with it looking a little jagged, to be completely honest with you. I think it adds charm. There are no real borders in the wild either. Just kind of create a space to walk in. Like that. Okay. So we're looking at 58,000. We're looking at 43,000. And we're looking at 33,000. Okay, cool. Now, let's do this. I don't think I can get the middle pieces also, but maybe I can. Can I also do this? Oh, cool. Thank you, game, for having... Whoa! Logical things. If I could actually just click the right ones. And there we go. And we're going to make all of this tall. We're going to make all of this like 18 feet or something. Maybe 20. Yeah, we'll make it 20-ish. Hey, Zog! How'd the Timberwolf exhibit go? I will show you. It's a great question. So you walk in here. Got some trees. It's a nice little pond area for the people. There's a little barrier-free area. There's no wolves there right now. But the wolves can come down there and swim. And here's they are. We have 6 of them, plus any pups they've had. So it looks like it's feeding time. I have a little cold area back there if they like the snow. And then this goes back into a little den I've made for them. And of course it's one-way glass. This is that's the whole thing. So there's our timber wolves. Which is pretty cool. You just walk in on this little circle. We also built some red pandas yesterday. So this is a very large exhibit for red pandas. Oh, they make cute noises though. Oh, yeah. I think they had offspring. We should have... Yep, that is one. Baby red panda. Look at that. I was watching last night. I saw you drop in. So I'm glad you could drop back. I don't usually stream early. I don't usually stream on Sundays. I don't usually stream early. Ever. But I have a Planet Zoo addiction. And I wanted to keep playing with the zoo. So here we are. And then of course here's our regular pandas. So now there's this monstrosity that I'm gonna turn into something weird. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Okay. Now, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna lay this path down just so I can kind of make sure this works. And then we'll go from there. Let's see here. People just kind of walk along and see our Asian jungle, basically, is what we're gonna do. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Look at that. Now, for what goes in the middle, I have other thoughts. So, now before we continue, what I want to do is... Actually, I'm going to pause the game, because I want to keep daylight. Find a grid. Whoops. I'll have to fix that. Didn't realize I was going to do it. Gotta head to work. Have a good one. Thank you, Bobcat. Have a good day at work as well. So this will just be our main path for the rest of the zoo. Hey, Andy! This is early for me. I mean, it's not early for me to be awake, but it is early for me to be doing a stream. I don't usually stream this early in the morning. Especially because most of my audience, like my established audience, is not usually awake. But I started streaming Planet Zoo yesterday, and I really wanted to get back to the zoo we were making. I'm really excited about it. So we're gonna work on something real cool over here. This big open spot in the middle. I have thoughts. We're just not gonna start them yet. But it's gonna be cool. Now, the question I have for myself is, what do I want to do with water here? Let's, before we go any further, let's make our staff area. Because that's going to dictate a couple of things, because I'm going to need to power all of this, and I'm going to want water. Which means I need to put in water spaces also. Or like water treatment systems. So, and I can always take some of this pathing out and do whatever I need to do, like, as we get into it, you know? I kind of want to be able to plan things out a little bit better. Made a welcome discovery. You're streaming though. Hey. Yeah, I know. Creeper World 4 did it. I've heard about that game. I got a email about it from somewhere. I can't remember where now. I've been obsessing over this game the whole pandemic. This was my pandemic stress purchase. I've been loving this game. I just haven't streamed it. Because, like, it's one of those games that people are, like, really good at. And I'm like, I'm not sure I'm going to be really good at it. But here I am. I just love playing it. So this is... Are you familiar with Planet Zoo? Obviously, there's not going to be a lot of story to explain here or anything, but... It's an interesting game. To be sure. I don't want it to intersect with the main path. The main path might nub into it anyway. I might have to scoot it that way. Never seen this before. This is basically a new gen Zoo Tycoon. So like, this is my zoo. Come in. There's this nice little fountain. Got some shops. We got some creatures. We got some wolves. Walk over here. You can see some wolves. There's a wolf pup right there. You walk around. I built all these habitats. Over here is pandas. These are our panda bears. I just started the zoo on stream yesterday, so it's not very large yet. We got some pandas. Over here we got some red pandas. They're getting fed right now. These are baby red pandas. The only thing cuter than red pandas is baby red pandas, I think. I don't know what they're... Apparently my red pandas can levitate, which is pretty cool. I didn't know I had levitating red pandas. It's really good. There is a financial part to it. I haven't found it overtly challenging, but you do have to keep track of like purchases, ongoing expenses, better food for the animals costs more money, that sort of thing. Better employees cost more money. There's some marketing involved. I think the financial stuff could be more in depth, personally, than which is. But there's a good amount of stuff there. This is animal management. All of the animal management stuff is perfect. And in a zoo game, I would rather the animal management stuff is better than the financial management stuff. But caretakers are just like cleanup staff. Keepers are zookeepers, obviously. What I'm doing here is the next time they take a rest, they will get trained, which costs more money. And it means I'll have to pay them more money, but it means they'll do their job better. So that's something you can kind of factor in. These are vendors. You have to keep your shop staffed, and they need to go on break. So sometimes you need more vendors, and to figure out how many vendors do you need to keep everything staffed. Yeah, the animal stuff is really well done. Some of the other stuff I wish was a little bit better, but I'm willing to forgive it because the animal stuff is so well done. And the stuff you can build is amazing. I am like a novice at it, but you can get construction pieces, like tiny little construction pieces, and build some really cool stuff. I just don't have the patience for. But a lot of people like this as like even more than the animal stuff, they just like building their own buildings and stuff. Like this, we built from scratch. This is wall pieces, and even though fountain wasn't put together as a fountain, I had to put all the pieces in and stuff. So you can do a lot of cool stuff with it, depending on what you want to focus on. Like we built these shells. Zoos are like onions, you're right. So like everything you see here, some of the trees were here, but everything started like this. And there's a lot of management stuff. So like this is called your heat map. even though it's not just heat. This one is the literal heat map. So this shows you temperature. But animal welfare, you can see green animals mean happy animals. You can see animals that are capable of breeding versus not capable because they're babies. Habitat, you can click on an animal and see its traversable area. So it shows you where animals can walk and stuff, which is helpful both for here, because this is I don't have a barrier here. So this tells me, like, oh, the pandas can't traverse out of their habitat. It shows me if I have enough shelter for them. It shows me how much poop is in the exhibit. So are my zookeepers doing a good job? Water map is going to get updated in the next game update, but currently it just shows me I can have water in exhibits, but for it to be treated and kept clean, it has to have a filter around it. Yeah, I'm not much of a water builder either, Andy. Buildings, so see how this building's red? That tells me that there's no vendor in there right now, so it's not currently open. Negative impact on guests. So staff buildings, guests don't like to see them. They don't like to see power things. So this shows me that radius to make sure I keep guests away from it. It would also show me vandalized items or trash on the ground. Security and crime. So cameras and guards. You can't, you really very rarely need to worry about this. If your guests are happy, you're gonna have very little crime anyway. Guest education, it's a little bit red there because that means whoever stood right there could hear both speakers. But it just shows me areas where guests are getting educated. Guest needs, so happiness, energy, hunger, so I can see where all my hungry guests are, that sort of thing. And staff happiness, which I've never really had a problem with staff happiness. If you keep enough staff and you keep them trained enough, it's not really a hard thing to manage. So that's just all the different things you can do. The game's only a year old, and they're still doing a lot of DLC and a lot of updates to it, which is really cool. It's really active devs. And I mean, that's just some of the stuff. Oh yeah, facilities. So this shows me all of my buildings one by one, that kind of thing. So yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff to it. Right now I keep the game paused because there's a day-night cycle in the game, and construction is really hard to do at night. But we're getting ready to add 3 different animals here. You can see my building skills because this is smooth as silk. But I was just starting by building the staff facilities because that will tell me what I need to do for everything else. So this is just going to be like a nice little staff village back here. I think we're going to put one small keeper hut here. I just want to make sure I have enough keeper huts, basically. Staff room. Let's put in a large staff room, and we'll put one here. This will be nice for all the vendors. It'll be much closer for them. Oh, it has to go. Oh, that's gross, but okay. We'll do power. Transformers. Robots in disguise. Okay, so we can put it like here, and that will cover a lot of space. And so like Transformers do the most power, but guests really don't like to see them. And then you have wind power, which guests kind of don't like to see, and solar power, which guests don't mind seeing at all. But now that shows me all of here is powered, but I'll need to get power over here somewhere. So what I think I can do, I know I should care about renewable energy, but I actually really like Transformers because they just cover so much space. Why won't this let me do? There we go. So now I have everything but like that little fiddly bit covered. and that little fiddly bit. So I might do something about that, and I might not. The other thing I want to put in is water treatment. Oh no, I don't want that. There we go. Because I want water in all of these exhibits. So I could put something in the middle, but that's going to screw up my middle plans. So I might do... Guests don't like to see this, so I can't just stick it anywhere. I think I might just have to have a lot of water treatment centers, which I don't really want to do, but I can. So we'll put this one here, and that will give me water for these 2 exhibits, and then we'll figure out the last one in a second. Or rather, we can probably just do that now. We can put that here. Oops. This is not going to be the prettiest thing in the world, but I don't really care that much. And then I have some water treatment in all 3 exhibits. And really all that happens is the water has to touch this radius. It's not like a complicated piping system, which I really like, because this is not a hardcore building thing. You don't have to have, it's not like freaking Surviving Mars or something, where you have to like pipe everything to everything else. As long as it's in that radius, it just assumes that wires and pipes go where they need to go. Which personally I like, because this isn't a intensive management sim, if that makes sense. So that's all set up the way I want it. Let's go to here. Do what I told you to do. Thank you. Go through like that. And then we're going to tell it to insert windows into the exhibit. And it's going to be one-way glass. So now people will walk by and be able to see into the 3 exhibits, but the animals will have a hard time seeing out. To keep the stress level for the animals low. I like this. I like this so far. Okay, so now I want this to... Let's go ahead and name the exhibit so I can help remind myself what I want this to be. This is going to be Bengal... I can't type today. Tigers. There's another game I'm vaguely recalling treat electricity the same way, not requiring the player to lay lines in the rays. Kenshi. Could be. I had a friend who played Kenshi, and I kind of remember it, but I don't remember... I don't think he got far enough in it where he was... Or at least I didn't watch him get far enough in it. We're gonna go with... For mode... I don't think I'm spelling this right, but I'll adjust the spelling in a bit. Black bear. I can't spell anything though, so as long as I know what goes in there, that's all that matters. Okay, so that's what's going to be here. Going back to our water, let's create a water space for the tigers. Now, usually I would like to create some kind of 3-dimensional spaces. I wonder if the game will still let me do it. There's a couple of odds and ends to the game that kind of bother me. Like I want to put something here and it won't adjust the land because it's like too close to the fence, rather than like create like instead of auto creating more structure for the fence or like making the fence longer, it is like, no, this ground just won't move. And that's a little frustrating for me, but I get it because this game is already doing so much that it's probably really hard for it to have to calculate more than it needs to. So you just got to kind of play with it. But what we're going to do here for the tigers, we're going to create a little basin, and what I might actually do is eventually take these pieces of fencing away so people can just look down naturally into it, but I might not. We'll see. So I might want to keep the one-way glass just to keep the tigers from being upset. But we're going to create a little basin down here. Now, is this in... It is. Perfect. This is doing exactly what I want it to do. Because I have thoughts and ideas. Push this ledge away. Yeah, this is going to be a much bigger exhibit than they need. I definitely overbuilt this, but that's okay. Life will go on. So we're going to create this lower zone. like this. And then we're gonna pull this ground back out. There's probably an easier way to do this than what I'm doing, but that's okay. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna hit smooth. And the goal is to make a slope that the tigers can walk down. That's probably not there yet. It's very hard to see with the long grass, to be honest. Let's paint sampled, select soil. There we go. Not sample. Use selected. There we go. That's what I wanted. Now I can kind of see where I've adjusted it. That's not really a good slope. We're gonna do something kind of similar, I think, to what I did with the pandas, maybe. Give them a little bit of space. See, the problem is here, the game is gonna think they escape if they go underneath like that. It's really frustrating. So I want to do this. And then I want to do this. And maybe I'll just put some rocks down and it'll be fine. Okay. Yeah, that's more visible. Yeah, exactly. I take it you can go back and reseed with grass after. Yeah, you don't even have to seed, it'll just auto paint. And maybe that's just what you meant. Like, I can just make it whatever I want. And it doesn't actually cost money to change what the ground is, which is kind of nice. Oops. The wrong tool on. I am going to have to take a break here in a hot second, but I don't have to quite yet. It's probably pretty close to walkable. I wish there was a way to tell before the animal was in the exhibit, but they're really... I have not found it yet. Okay, there we go. So what I'm gonna do is I've done that, and then I'm gonna do this. We're gonna push down the ground a little bit more, like that. Find the foundation. If this ends up being a problem, I'll just put rocks there, because rocks solve every problem. So we're going to do this. And then what we can do is water. Look at that! It's a little pond for them to come down and swim in, and then people can see them swim, which will be really cool. But the other thing we're going to do, we're going to go back to the stamp tool, make it a little taller, a little thinner. We're going to have it do add instead of take out. They really do. Like, rocks solve, they hide things that look ugly. They just make things look like you spent more time on it and worked harder on it than you did. And they make it so your animals can't walk places that you don't want them to walk. So what we're going to do now is make a little cave for our tigers. So we're going to start by doing this. Look at that. And we're going to go up here. Make it a little bit bigger. This will be their cave. I'm going to show you guys something cool that we did not do yesterday. So here's their little cave. The little space they get to live. And we'll make this look prettier with rocks. But what we're going to do now is go into construction, and we're going to need to play this. Go special effects. Water. Because you can't see this unless the game's running. Where is it? Inception. Look at that. Now, I might want it the longer. Yes, that's what I want. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So then we're gonna go into nature. Go into rocks. Tropical rocks. They currently don't have a way for you to like make real waterfalls, so they're called special effects. But it still looks cool. Too big. There we go. Look at that. Then what we're gonna do is put this down to like here and create a secondary ledge. Probably like a bigger rock. I don't really care if that goes into the next exhibit because that'll look fine in the next exhibit too. This one. There we go. Look at that. And then we'll add a rock down here as like a basin. And then back to construction. Waterfall bottom. Turn that a little bit. And tuck it down a little bit. There we go. And then where's waterfall top? Here. It's a little hard to see. It's like way low for some reason. There we go. So you basically just build a waterfall like that. Kind of fill it in. Whoops. You can see the fountain. I don't like it when you can do that. There we go. So now there's going to be like a nice little waterfall in there with the tigers. And then we'll put more rocks around here. And it'll make it look a little bit better. That's how you fake a waterfall. Now, I have to go check on something in the other room for a minute. It might take me a couple of minutes, so don't panic. But I'll be back in a hot second. And we'll keep playing around with Tropical Asia. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Knew at some point in time this morning I was gonna have to go spend a few minutes doing something. For my brother. But I did not know when it was gonna be. Oh, okay. What are we looking at here? Yeah, we'll get that on its own. That'll happen on its own. That'll happen eventually. Yes, I am. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Let's finish what this cave looks like. I have indeed. It was very exciting. Let's see here. Let's continue to carve this out a little bit. Sounds like my brother is not finished with me. I don't want to deal with it at the moment. Alright. Let's see here. Because I can ask. It is supposed to be in the deep core. And it looks like it still is. I don't know how real it is, but there's an image circulating of somebody translating some symbols in Mando's computer that said it was deep core. But yeah, I think it was supposed to be. What's confusing some people is Tython has shown up in current canon in the Afro comic, but it was snowy, and so some people were really expecting the planet to be snowy. But the current comic also specifically said that the location they were at was the ice caps of the planet. But I mean, I think hard to get to planet is something that's kind of easy to just not deal with. I was expecting more of a journey there too. I was expecting it to be longer there. I guess potential spoilers. I'll try to keep it vague in case somebody hasn't watched it yet. But yeah, I was expecting that to play out longer. I feel like that might not be the last of that planet we see. I think events there might have gotten a little truncated. Yeah, and I think that was the explanation in Legends for like why the Jedi weren't still there. So I think you are remembering correctly. I'm just not sure if it's still necessarily a thing in this universe, if that makes sense. I thought Tython was going to be next season. I thought what happened at the end of that episode was going to happen, but I thought it was going to happen somewhere else, and it was going to keep them from Tython. And instead, it just happened on Tython, so that was pretty wild. Really understand what the difference is between these two rocks. But no, I was definitely expecting that to take longer, which is why I don't think we're done there. In my opinion. Yes, it's coming together. Yeah, I'm glad that it happened now. I mean, I'm not glad it happened, but I'm glad it was definitely gonna happen. I'm glad it happened now, because I was afraid that was gonna be a cliffhanger going into the third season. And instead, now this can be resolved before the third season. And I don't have to worry about it as much. The Chosen Shatters. Story was stagnating. Mando moves best from the story. Yeah, I think... I mean, you're right. You're right that it was better that it happened. I'm just very personally biased. And the story should not be written around my personal bias, but my personal bias exists. I guess is what I'm saying. Let's add a little bit of texture here. I'll put some plants up here too. That'll make this look a lot better. Look at that. Look at that. That is just wonderful. But no, I'm glad now that it happened. I agree. Like, it was a lot of MacGuffining. Like, go find a Jedi. Go find a different Jedi. Go find a Mandalorian. To go find a Jedi. To go find a different Jedi. And I think a lot of this is really taking that long because it's really Mando's journey into realizing he's just supposed to take care of the kid. Okay, that's good. I'm sorry, guys. My brother needs me again. Give me another 2 seconds and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. No, Andy, Grogu is... No, you don't have to apologize. I want him to... he's chaotic evil. Like, you don't understand. I've been saying on stream for a couple of weeks now, in our reviews, that I'm totally down. Yeah, no, I like his age difference. Be like that. Watch the first movie. Now, when you say the first movie, do you mean like the first movie release order or like chronological? Also not, and then it's cool. There's a lot of stuff. So same stuff. Just know I'm both obsessed. Yeah. Stuff, not about it. Yeah, no, I get you. I love chatting about stuff, chatting about theories. No, I've been saying for a while that they're gonna have like a dark side arc for the kid. For my son. Okay. Now, I don't know that I want to do anything else here without the tires in. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and grab 2 Bengal tigers and get some tigers in. Start playing with them. Let's go. Alright. So this is the other part of the game, Andy's. It's not just like in Zoo Tycoon, you just got animals. Here they have different stats. I'm not really that worried about the immunity gene. It's a pretty good price for a pretty good age. Let's grab her. Right? Sorry, just swallowed an apple weird. No, he has to be having a great time. He's just flying around and doesn't know what he's up to. Yeah, this is fine. So there's two kinds of currency in the game. There's conservation credits, which you earn through breeding animals, releasing them to the wild, having high education ratings at your park, that sort of thing. You can get them through interacting with other players. These VIP players are basically other people who are playing Planet Zoo right now. You can't really interact with them. Like, this player has no idea that I just interacted with her, and I'm probably in other people's parks. Yep, the genetics is a big part of the game. What you really might like, Andy, is the developers made a game called Jurassic World Evolution, and it's basically Zoo, but with dinosaurs, and you can, like, breed new dinosaur types. A lot of people have told me to look into getting that one as well. I think while we wait for the animals to arrive, we're going to go down here and fix some of these problems I was saying we're going to happen down here. Where they'll, like, swim over there, and then the game will be like, they escaped! Because they got out of the border of the tank, of the habitat. But they really didn't. They really aren't going anywhere. So we'll just do this. That way they can't swim past the edge of the habitat. Who doesn't love dinos? Exactly. And then this is going to be a lot better. I'm going to put in a lot of cool stuff for them, but I just want them in the habitat so I can figure out what they need. Okay. He ran right into his cage. Alright, so now we're going to pause the game again. I'm going to click on this guy. I'm going to bring up my habitat map. And it's going to tell me if there's any escape points. And there are none currently, so that's good. That's good news. They can go into their little cave. That's how they can hide away. They'll go down there and swim. So that's good news. Now you can see their welfare is only 56%. Anything in the orange or lower will, like, bring protesters to the zoo, which is pretty wild. Now, out of curiosity, if I go here and replace these 3 panels with null, so people can see in, can they escape if I do this? No, they can't. Perfect. So we're going to leave it like that. So now the guests can just kind of look in here and not have a border between them and the tigers. That is some really ugly ground. Let's get rid of that little nub and that little nub. There we go. So now the guests can just walk here and see tigers completely uninhibited. The tigers can't get out, and then the rest of the space they'll be blocked in. In real life, it has to be real high. But the idea is, I mean, this is another thing I said when I said rocks fix everything, is you can put, like, tiny rocks here. It's a little bit unrealistic, because obviously, like, a real tiger could probably get around these rocks. But, like, you can put these rocks here, and then they can't walk along these edges to get out. And then really, from down here, they're in the water. So, like, it's not even, like, they have ground to jump up. Like, they are in water and jumping out. But yeah, no, this, in real life, tigers can wreck you pretty hard at that point. As you'll look, they have more than enough room. I've made this very large. So let's get the terrain how they like them. cheating. So they want less long grass, more short grass, but otherwise they're pretty happy. Let's go ahead and add some rock, though. Add some rock around this little cave I made them, just because it'll be a little bit more realistic, I think. Even though they don't necessarily want less soil, but I can always add more soil back in. But just for me, aesthetically, I prefer this. And what I actually like to do, I like to put long grass in the water because it adds a little bit of texture. Yep, exactly. Exactly like that. So now I'm just gonna get, see now I don't have enough soil in there because I replaced some of the soil with rock. So we'll just go through and put some soil down. There's heavy and light soil, which has a little bit different texture, so you can like, when they say painting, you really can paint. Like you can make this look however you want it to look. But they're really quite happy. I don't mind a little bit of sand. I can put a little sand down here, like to each. And then we'll go short grass. Make this a really big thing so this won't take long. And just put in short grass instead of long. And now they're pretty happy. They really would like soil more than anything. They're big soil people. Tigers, whatever. So now the terrain is how they'd like it. What I think I'm actually going to do is go here, sculpting. I'm going to say sampled. We're going to do roughen. And what that'll do... Oops, I don't want it. I thought I turned down the intensity. And that'll just add a little bit of texture to the ground. Like, I don't necessarily want hills and stuff in here, but it's just when you look at it, it doesn't look as slapped down because there's just like little mounds of stuff. It looks a little bit better, I think. Again, that's just like a me thing. I just think the texture adds. So you look in there and you're like, oh, that looks like ground. Not like it was made in a computer. Next we'll go enrichment. Now tigers don't need climbing. See, they don't need water or climbing. They don't have requirements for it, but they will do it, which is cool. So we're gonna go into habitat. Why are my guests not super happy? That's weird. They must need, I'm gonna have to build a food court because my guests need more food and stuff. But that's not right now a problem. We're gonna build them a climbing space, the tigers, even though they don't technically need one. They will use them, and it's something cool for people to see them on. So we'll sort this by species. Bengal tigers. This will show me the things tigers can actually climb on. This is a platform I made in a different zoo, and I saved the platform. But I don't know, so I like this for them. That's cool. So a lot of times I'll build my own, but sometimes I'll just use the one the game offers. Let's lower it a little bit, I think. See, the thing is this is cool, but it's really not going to make the tigers more visible. I think what we're going to do, we're going to bury a lot of it. We're just going to do this. There we go. So there's a little climbing platform for them. So the tigers will sit on that and people can look at it. If you were worried about money, you could have built that, deleted the parts you didn't want, and then bury it. I just buried a bunch of stuff, but at this point I'm making enough money. I'm not worried about it. Surprising, they'll use them. Tigers are totally climbers. Yeah. In fact, you have to be careful when you're building your exhibit. So I use concrete walls, and it says they're not climbable. But if I had used the wooden ones, they are climbable, and the tigers would literally just climb out of their exhibit. Which is pretty wild. So now, we'll go to regular enrichment items. So let's click on this guy so I can know how much enrichment he needs. Or she needs. I don't know if I clicked on the boy or the girl. I like to put sprinklers by the water. I just think they're cool. Scratching post is neat. I mean, they are big cats, so let's put a big old scratching post over there. And nothing like a good scented prey sack, you know? And then this is just stuff we kind of put places, and it encourages the tigers to go up by the window, basically. So it becomes something that they want to do there. Feeding station, we'll put in a large tray, because I'm hoping these guys will eventually have baby tigers. We'll place that there. Now, they don't need a water pipe because they can drink water from their pond. But because it's a big habitat, a lot of times I like to put in a water pipe far away from where the water was. That way, like if he's over here and thirsty, he doesn't have to go all the way over there. You don't have to do it, but I like to do that. Might be best cat, except for the ones in my house. Exactly. So now if you watch, when I hit go, it jumps up to 89%, so they're pretty happy. What they're missing right now is plants. So we're going to do that. The other thing I'm going to do, I already have researched these animals, so we're going to turn food quality up to highest. Exactly, that's how I see it. If I have the money to do it, I'll do it. This keeps him a little bit happier. So now they want plants, because these guys are tropical guys. They really want a lot of plants. Are there any other rocks I can put down that they might like? I can just put down some other stuff. Like, nah, I want something that's gonna stick out in the grass. Like this. Okay, where's the one I'm looking for? Yeah, like this. It just kind of creates a little ledge. Sometimes they'll sit on those. And it's cool. And again, this is just something that adds texture to the ground in a way that I like. You don't necessarily have to do it. I just think it's cool. It just looks more jungly that way. Okay, so then we're going to hop up to plants. We're going to filter it by biome. So they're temperate, tropical, and grassland. So they'll like plants from any of those 3 biomes. And then we're going to sort it by continent. So we'll do Asia. And then you got all kinds of cool stuff. Like, we can drop some... These might be too tall, actually. Not necessarily. What I don't know is if they can climb these roots. We're going to figure that out. That might prove to be a problem. Because then they might be able to get out. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But it just makes this look a little bit cooler. If they can climb those, I'll just put like a rock ledge over them so that they can't actually climb over them, and it'll be fine. But it adds texture. I'm all about adding texture. Yep, it's a really well made game, and they have the advantage of the first one the dev made, I think, was Planet Coaster, and then they made the Jurassic World one, and then they made this one. So this is like their 3rd game. The only thing that's really kind of annoying is their pathing system really sucks. And, like, everyone says it. Like, they have to be aware that most of their players think their pathing system sucks. But in the grand scheme of life, again, that's something I can kind of forgive, because everything in the game that needs to be good is. So it's just, like, a couple of things that are just kind of weird. Yeah, exactly. You know, you just gotta worry about that texture. Okay, I want to turn these off. So you have all of these things, too, that just help you align it to stuff. Why is this? Why? 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 Okay, hold on. Sometimes the game gets a little drunk. Sometimes the game is a little drunk, and you just gotta turn the thing off and turn it back on again. Where is that tree, though? I wanted that tree. Darn you. It was past all the roots. Was it this? I don't think it was this, but I like that. It was some kind of mangrove tree. Where did you come back? Oak sapling. I've never done an oak sapling before. I think that's a new tree. That's pretty. Now I'm gonna have to be careful because these guys can climb trees. So like, they could get out that way. Lack of helicopter behavior in the code, not really surprising. Yeah. And it might be because of a setting I have set as well. It might not be entirely on the game. Because I'm still getting used to the settings. We're gonna pop some bushes up here. Just again, because it'll look nice. There we go. Okay. Where did that darn tree go? I really liked it. Ugh. Ooh, rose bushes are pretty. Put some of those down. Yagi! What is the about setting? Oh, I've been messing with them, so... I had these on, and then I turned them off, and when I turned them off, my tree was stuck in a slant. And so it was a weird glitch. Or maybe glitch might not even be the right word. It was just like a weird leftover setting from when I turned the setting off. How are you doing, Yagi? We're making, Bengal tiger habitat. I love cherry blossoms. I really, really do. They're so pretty. Put some of those in. These trees are, the broken cherry blossoms are usually climbable, which is nice, because the game will literally animate the cats climbing into the tree, which is really cool. We want to make sure those are far away from the edge. I always like bamboo for these kind of creatures. I think it's cool. I don't know like any keybinds. I know shift and control because I use those a lot. And then like you can't even really find the keybinds well in the menu. Like that's the thing that bothers me. Is I go to try to learn them by just like reading the key bindings in the menu, and they're just not listed well at all. And it annoys the heck out of me. Unless there's a menu somewhere that I'm just not seeing. Put some bamboo down. I don't like it when it phases through I don't like it when it phases through the walls. Sometimes there's not much about that you can do. Okay, we need to get you guys some better trees. I never found that tree again, and it makes me sad. Tired? I had weird dreams all night. Not like weird dreams, but like weird dreams all night. By the way, guys, do you want me to leave the chat up? Because it's blocking what I'm doing. Like, would you guys... I know, like, YouTube has playback, but sometimes I like to leave the chat up because then people know what I'm responding to. If they have it up in full screen, if they're watching later. I don't know the hotkey for duplicating objects, but I know how to duplicate objects. I mean, I'm assuming it's probably something to do with the letter D. Chat is alright, you didn't even think about it? Perfect. We'll do that then. Yeah, because otherwise, if, like, I always figure, like, if somebody's watching my stream back, they don't even know what I'm saying, because I don't want to read every comment out loud. Some lily pads in. I think it was an apple mangrove. Maybe if I search for that. That was what I wanted to add. Yes. Okay, there we go. This was the tree I was trying to put in. And it was being weird. I like apple mangrove trees. Now these guys really like jungle. So I don't want to like deny them trees. But I don't want to make it where no one can see them either. I do like the custard apple trees as well. They're just nice little small trees. No, I am so bad at building. Like, I remember watching Panda, like, do her video about making the sign. Like, the Jurassic Park sign. And I was like, that is just not where I will ever be in this game. And, like, I know you can hold down control and move it like that. And I know you can hold down shift and move it like that. And I know you can hold down Z. I know when you're pathing, you can hit T to make a T-junction, but there's a lot of things I don't know. I think this is pretty okay. It's a little sparse back there. Let's pick something else. Beech sapling. Oh, that's cute. Beech tree. Oh, there we go. There we go. Again, just to kind of fill it in a little bit. I think that's cool. So now how are they feeling? 97%. They're pretty happy right now. The only thing that's holding them back is nutrition, and that'll go up with their next meal because I gave them high quality. I bet it did. Look at that. So here you can have like an unobstructed view of them swimming, which is cool. Actually, I'll tell you what we're gonna do real quick. We're gonna delete this real fast. Paths, I think I made this 20 feet wide. We're gonna just repath this a little bit so you can go up to the edge a little bit better. There we go. I have a little bit better view in there. Control X does something. I know, like, you can hit an object like this. So, like, double click on this. You can hit X once and it'll bring up this mode where you can drag it. You hit X again and it brings up the rings. I know you can do that. I use that a lot for building. I was literally just saying how bad the paths were. Now, what I need to check is I didn't accidentally make something climbable for them so they can escape. So we're going to let this recalculate and make sure I didn't create an escape point. And it does not look like I did. So that's good. It would, in theory, tell me if I did. But you can see these trees here that have green lines on them? That means the cats can climb those trees. So that's just a cool thing that people will get to see. Alright, now, many guests think my tickets are underpriced, which is something I always love to see. Hey, speaking of pandas, we built pandas because of the community event right now. So what's fair? I have like 4 habitats. I think we can bop this all the way up to 20, to be honest, because we're about to build more animals anyway. Let's put in some education stuff, and then we'll work on the next habitat. How many kids? So many. Especially when they just get shoved in. Hey, and see, you can see the tiger, like, right there. Isn't that neat? And so they swim. I like to put long grass in the water, Yagi. I don't know if you've seen this. I've seen this in other people's videos. Because any terrain you put in the water doesn't impact how much the animals like that terrain painting. And the long grass looks really cool textured from above. I don't know if you've tried that or not. I think it looks cool. I'll show you, since you have not seen the rest of the zoo. We also have timber wolves. So I did another barrier-free. I've become obsessed with barrier-free. So it's the same thing here, a hill down into the water. You can kind of... Oh, he's taking a dump, so that's nice. But this is a timber wolf exhibit. They have a nice little pool area back there. I did this for them for shelter, so it's just rocks on top of the fence. Over here we have red pandas, and an exhibit that's probably too large for red pandas, but that's okay. They have a lot of room to run around. There's some baby red pandas in there somewhere too. That's their feeding platform. Their shelter is just made out of some rocks. You could build your own fences using sticks. You could! And then this is my giant panda exhibit, which I'm really proud of. So again, barrier-free. Look down there. Their shelter is this cave that goes back through here. So they have plenty of room to hide. And then they can go up here to the area in the back. And then my plan is, eventually when we expand the zoo, to let it be viewable from behind as well. So this is, we started on stream yesterday. I think I streamed about 4 hours yesterday. And this is what we've done so far. thank you. You should build a Dagobah system. Yes, that would be cool. I could do that. I love building random stuff. Like this pond is here. One thing I wish they would add to the game. Oh, Yagi, have you heard about the aquatics update later this week? One thing I wish they would add to the game is that's gonna bug me. The ability to have like in habitat or exhibit animals. Like I would love koi ponds. I would love it if I could put koi in here or something. And that would probably be a lot for the game. It looks great. I was thinking, because the only 2 DLCs I have are the deluxe upgrade and Arctic. But I was thinking I might spring and stop being cheap and get the aquatics update like immediately. Oh, you haven't seen it yet? Yes, there's going to be an aquatics update this week. It's going to have penguins, otters, caimans, which are a type of small alligator, and then 2 other animals. Seals, and then the 5th one is an exhibit animal. And they're going to do... I think there's going to be a free update that goes along with it that's going to add a lot to water. So, like, you know how you have to manage temperature for your exhibits? They're going to add temperature regulation for water also, which will just be a new level of thing. So there's a really good update and a really good DLC coming out soon. So I'm really excited about that. What do we got? I got some kind of reward. Is it it's a community reward. For breeding those pandas. Getting it done. Okay. As people are starting to show up here, let's just fill this in for guests, and then we'll work on the next habitat. Yeah, I know. It's like they all have fevers. Everyone has a fever, no one is wearing masks. It's just a problem. That's what's going on. I can show you guys that. That's not a setup for any of the animals I'm building right now, but you can kind of do it. Like, I've done it for hippos, I've done it for saltwater crocs, where you have tanks. So basically, you go into barriers, and you use the glass walls, and people can swim and do aquarium things. It's just, right now, it's a little funky. It doesn't work super well. And so I'm kind of hoping the aquatics update fixes some of the game physics so that it works better. Yeah, I haven't done that yet. That's what we're working on now. So what I'm doing here is I'm building 3 different tropical Asian exhibits. So the tigers were just the first one. You always have to put down so many of these waste bins because people are filthy. Oh, it's the first thing you do. I mean, I haven't had the game on pause there very much. Just to craft. I don't like to add this stuff until later because sometimes I end up having to move things and I don't want to do it again. Is usually what happens to me. Construction. I have just recently started actually using education boards instead of just setting up like the default ones. So here's where I use like align the surface, position, snap, rotation, position, snap, and then hopefully I can get... Why? Like, in what universe game would I want that? Okay. There we go. Whatever. Okay, game. Don't get too excited and hurt yourself. There we go. Why? There we go. Don't get so excited that you hurt yourself. Okay. Turn that off for a hot second. Pick something. Yeah, this is fine. Nope. No money will be lost. How easy it is to build objects and how well things snap together. Yeah, it took me a little while to kind of get used to it, but like once you kind of know what's going on, there's a lot you can do. I don't know why this is not doing what I tell it to do, though. There we go. Now we'll go back to everything, go back to education boards. I really should have just built one and copied and pasted it, but here we are. So what we're going to do is put that there, click on it again, and we're going to uncheck some of these, and we're going to just move it to there. There we go. Perfect. And then we're going to go into facilities. There, we're going to turn all these things back on again. All right, come on. Why won't you? Okay, whatever. We'll start here. Perfect. Perfect. And slightly not perfect. There we go. What? No! So bad this game sometimes. There we go. Now, do this one well. Go in the thing. Okay, fine. We'll do the same trick I did over here. Actually, this is what we'll do. We'll just delete this. And we'll grab this one. No, don't grab the bamboo trees. Move. There we go. Oh, that's clearly not actually in there well. Okay, I mean, sure, that can be up and down, I guess. Does that mean, yeah, I mean, sure. Physics doesn't matter. There we go. Sometimes, like I said, it gets a little bit drunk, but there's just so much going on in this game. Like, there's so many systems in the game. Oh, I moved it instead of duplicating it. Dang it. Not paying attention. No, don't grab everything. Just those two things. Duplicate. There we go. That's what I meant to do. There we go. For lag-wise, right now it's fine because I don't have a very big zoo. Some of my zoos that are like in game year 70, where I have 6,000, 7,000 people in them, lag like crazy, and that's before I'm streaming. So like, the game definitely has a hard time supporting itself once you get into a big zoo. I don't have that much of a problem, but like right now when I'm streaming, I don't have my settings on like ultra or anything. I have weather turned way down. Surprisingly on tropical, I haven't had that much. Like my frames would start at 50, 60 and then be at 20 after. Interesting. See, and I streamed yesterday 4 hours. I had to restart the stream because my internet died, but I streamed almost 3 hours. But it might be settings. I'll show you. So right now for graphics, I'm in windowed. I guess I have, I don't know, so it can be on high. It's fine. I guess I have my graphics up pretty high. Oh, hello! Elise. I'm assuming you're saying you love zoo videos. hold on. This is very important to me. We're gonna do this. Copy. What do we got? Hi, I loved your videos. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Very much. Let me see here. Can I go this way? Yeah. Let's do this. Appears to be Portuguese, according to Google. There we go. And now, donation bins. Let's see. Some donation bins up. People can give me the monies. There we go. That's all. It's all pretty square, I think. Obviously, I need to pretty all of this up, but that will come in time. I guess I went back to being happy. I think there was just some kind of weird fluctuation somewhere. So, next, we're going to do orangutans and brown bears. Hold on. I enjoy this sort of thing. There we go. Please forgive Google if Google is letting me down. I only speak English, so I can't. I can never judge anybody. There we go. Alright, so orangutans next, I think. Oh boy. So I made the walls high enough. We got plenty of land. So orangutans like 1 male up to 3 females. So let's start looking into that. Well, let's design this first. Do I want water in the orangutan exhibit? First question. That's relevant. They certainly don't need it. So I'm not sure we will, because they don't swim or anything. So I don't even think I'm going to mess with it, to be honest. I think we'll make their exhibit more flat, and then we'll do something similar to what we did with the tigers over here with the bears. So I think what we want to do is put in like a really cool climbing thing here for them. Rocks don't really bother me, but this kind of bothers me. Well, that really bothers me, so we're just not going to touch it. Alright, so, do I have visitors? I have visitors. Let's get those conservation credits. Right, orangutans. Let's look at this. Reset all filters. So, since I'm not going to really change the terrain in here a whole lot, other than what they would like, we're going to go ahead and just get the animals now. Yagi, what mode do you usually play in? Do you play in sandbox? Do you play in franchise? Have you gone through the scenarios? That sort of thing. Let's see here. Orangutans are going to be kind of expensive. So, this one isn't that expensive. He's a little bit older. What's the age range on these guys? Always play franchise? Yeah. I've played through the scenarios. I haven't beaten the last one in the Arctic DLC. But I've played them on medium. Yeah, well, I like it, and I find like they kind of got easier because you kind of do that one where you do all your research and then you hop over here. Yeah. Well, I think the thing that bothers me too is the zoo size. Okay, they can live up to 44 years. That's good. What is their age of 13 years is their age of sexual maturity. Okay. Because, like, the zoo is always so big. Like, you pick the franchise one. I guess that's not really a complaint. But, like, I feel like the game would crash if I actually used all of this space. I kind of wish you could decide scenarios for the start of the park and scratch and have goals. Yeah, exactly. Like, I kind of wish you could choose zoo size. I guess, and maybe it's a nitpicky thing, but, like, I almost want it to be kind of Civ-like, where I can decide parameters of things. So 22 years isn't really, that's a really good set of, that's older than I wanted, but I guess it's not that old for orangutans, so it's fine. We'll grab these 3, and then I'll wait. Come on. Oh, I need to hire more staff. If I'm gonna add this exhibit, I just added the tigers. I definitely need at least one more zookeeper. Creed Corp. There you go, Yagi. But, like, I just wish I could decide a little bit more about, like, the parameters around the zoo, if that makes sense. Do they have something like city scenario where you are a space? Yes, they have scenarios like that in, like, the quote-unquote story mode, for lack of a better word. I mean, there is technically a story to it. But, like, I wish I could freeform that. Like, just give me a small map and let me go. But there's a couple of the scenarios that are like that. There's just not that many scenarios. Haha. Like, I feel like when I played Zoo Tycoon, there were so many scenarios. This is just so big, actually. I'm kind of debating. You know what? You know what? Before you go in there with those creatures, I might do this, actually. And give him a little bit more pathing space. And now these benches are going to be there and it's going to bother me, but it's okay. Why are you doing this? Why do you look weird? There's no reason for you to. Because I already had, like, way, like, this exhibit is already way bigger than it needs to be. And that's just going to give me a little bit more viewing room. Yeah, it's fun. And, like, the story modes are kind of, the scenarios are cool because, like, Zoo Tycoon, they were literally just scenarios. This game actually has characters. There's this guy named Archie who runs zoos, and he's, like, the guy who hires you to build all the zoos, and there's, like, dialogue, and there's a part where, like, he goes missing for a while, and then you have to work for this guy who's, like, a total turd, and then you, like, work for Archie's daughter. It's kind of cool. Have benches surround something in the empty interior space? Yeah. In fact, that's a good point, because eventually I might do a segment pack. My thought is there's one kind of tropical Asian animal that can have small exhibits, and I might build them one in the center, but I'm probably going to do a second set of pathing that takes you to that. I have some plans. I have plans for this. There's gonna be things. Didn't get on time. Hey, look, they're on the tigers on the platform. Look at that tiger. Oh, I know what I didn't do. I know what I didn't do. Didn't put down any bedding, which you don't have to do, but I like to do. There we go. Now, eventually, those orangutans will show up. Ooh. How's the zoo looking while we wait? They're pretty happy. So many scorpions. Look at all those baby pandas. So many baby pandas. My wolves have not been breeding that much. Alright, now the orangutans are going to be super unhappy. But that's okay. We'll fix that problem. I want to hire zookeepers while I'm thinking about it. There we go. Because I'm definitely going to have a need for more. Okay. Hello, orangutan. I know you are displeased. We will get there. We will figure this out. What will make you happy? Painting. Okay. Put rock over here. You guys want actually a lot more rock than I would have expected. I can make this even bigger yet. There we go. I was not expecting these guys to be like, no, rock is where it's at for us. But I guess because they're usually up in the trees, to be honest. Heading out, have a nerve-wracking work thing today. Oh no! I hope it goes well. I understand having nerve-wracking things at work. So whatever it is, I hope it is not nearly as scary as you think it is, but I am sure you will solve it, whatever it is. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you for dropping by. You guys are also soil. Like, all about that soil. That I did know. That I remembered from past exhibits I've made for you. I don't like building at night, but that's okay. Soil. Annual disaster recovery test. Oh! Sounds exciting. Have a good one. Oh, I see why this has been a problem. My intensity's turned down. Haha, I thought that was only a thing in, like where I turned it down, which was in sculpting. I didn't realize that carried over to painting. That explains so much. That explains, like, everything. Okay. Make that look cool. And then you guys want more short grass. So we'll just put some short grass in. And I should be able to make this work then. Now we're gonna do some cool stuff with these guys. Since we didn't change around their terrain, we're gonna do something I don't do often, which is we're gonna try to build something really cool. Because they need shelter as it is as well. They're gonna be really unhappy because they don't have climbing space to them. We're gonna build a castle for them. I think that'll be fun. Wall pieces. Where's that really obnoxious sandstone that I'd never use for anything because it's really obnoxious? Yes. That's what I'm leaning towards. Yeah, that's what we're gonna use. Okay. I don't know. I don't have any idea what this is gonna look like because I haven't thought about this at all. But here we go. We're gonna make... Why? Why does it hate me? Like, it already hates me. I just started, and it already hates me. There we go. There we go. So we're gonna have this. We're gonna make it tall and ostentatious, because that's what we're all about. How do we want this? Whoops, I don't want that. How do we want this to look? Okay. So then, let's have it... Yeah, I got plenty of room in here. I made this ridiculously large. Let's go another level out. I know I didn't use the taller one. I did that on purpose. Whoops. What I meant to do. Okay, and then we'll go down here. This is just, I've really been wanting to challenge myself to do cooler things. So that's what this is. I like this. Okay. And then what we're gonna do is find some floorboards. Let's go ahead and like cover the floor with this, just so it looks like it's an actual house. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm gonna use the actual corner pieces for that. This is ridiculous, and I'm probably gonna hate it, but here we are. Okay, so there's the floor, and then we're gonna make like levels, I think. And this is gonna be really cool, and no one's gonna be able to see it, which is fine. That's the thing I'm realizing now, is I'm gonna do all of this, and none of my guests will see it. But I'll know it's there, and that'll be enough for me. Just like that. I like that. I like the kind of weird, awkward shape. Okay, and then we actually need to put a roof on it for it to count as shelter. Now let's make it a little bit higher. No, actually I kind of like that being as tall as it goes. But let's use something different for the top, because now this is the top. There we go. Yeah, and then let's do slanted. What is this? Oh, roof decorations. Yeah, I don't want roof decorations. I want pitched roofs. Let's make this clear, because then we'll be able to see inside. Go back to flat. Since I'm literally just making this for my own happiness at this point, might as well do that. Oops. There we go. Yeah, I don't completely hate that. Okay. I don't completely hate that. What I'm looking for, but not the kind of thing I'm looking for. Yeah, that. See, I don't like the color. I don't think it's the right color. I think, yes, this is the piece that goes there. That's correct. And then we do this. We do this. And then we do... Why is this not lining up the way I want it to? There we go. Maybe it doesn't match. That might not be the right. That's fine. Just for some reason it doesn't indent well, and I think it must be another set. That's the only thing that makes sense. Okay, the other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here. Oh, I see. I was gonna say I want to replace the middle piece. Let's do that. Let's do it. This will all make sense in a second. Bear with me. This will all make sense one day. Let's actually start with... Is this the... No, that's not the one. I want the sandstone brick. Yeah. Come on. Do what I tell you to do. There we go. And then we'll go back to glass. Why is this like this? Why is this not doing what I want it to do? So when it's 2 meters, when it's 4 meters, it's whatever. If we do it like this, it'll look good on the outside at least. It'll look a little weird on the inside. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe that was my problem with the 2 feet. Hold on. You know what? There can just be some free air. I don't even care. There can be some free air movement. Could lower them a little. Yeah. I thought they were, and then they weren't. I don't really understand what's going on. But I think this works. I'm like, I can see that there. I don't know that I fully understand what's happening. But this is our little castle. And then we're gonna keep updating it, because now what we're gonna do is go species, Bornean orangutan. Yeah, so they kind of, yeah, I don't know what I was doing. But thank you, I'm glad it's looking good so far. I was just getting a little frustrated there. So now we're gonna come in here and we're gonna edit this. And this is gonna be so that they can climb up these different levels. Let's turn like a bunch of these off. That will help. Yeah, that's what I needed it to do. Okay, there we go. So now, these are climbable logs, so I can just stick these in the corner. And they'll be able to use them to climb up to the different levels. It's a little hard to see in here. I might have wanted to wait to put the roof on, but that's okay. I'll think about that next time. This would be really cool if I had a way for my guests to like see inside. And I might do something like this then, because I'm sure we'll build other ape exhibits in the zoo. So I might do something like that. Like if I build gorillas or if I build chimpanzees or something. And just not stress about it for these guys. This was just more of an experiment I thought of. Like, I wasn't planning on doing this when I thought of putting in orangutans, is what I'm trying to say. Found sometimes saying what I'm doing is difficult in conjunction with Now, could I move this somewhere where guests could see inside it, maybe? Like, I could move it up against here. And then actually take off the back. Because, like, what I could do is move and do that. Like, I could do this. And actually just take these off. And not actually need this back glass at all. And as long as they can't get out, like, then guests can actually see inside. And it's one-way glass. It's an option. Let's see here. Let's click on somebody. Bring up traversable area. And let this recalculate. See if it creates an escape point. It does not create an escape point. And that remains... Why is that not climbable? Hold on. It should be climbable. I think the game is telling lies. I think it's climbable. I think these are lies. But we'll add more. It doesn't matter. I'm okay with adding more things to it. It just creates more climbable space that I have to create anyway. I think it's just lies. Now let's go back and click on you. Let it recalculate. Okay, there we go. So that's climbable, but for some reason it's still not considered traversable. That's so weird. I think that's a lie, because I've done stuff like this before and it's worked. What if I can do this? Cheat it a little bit. Like, you don't need to do it, but then all of this counts as climbable area, so. I think the game is just in one of its strong elements, that's all. Perfect. Okay, now, here we go again. This is such a big exhibit. This is ridiculous. Okay, recalculate. There we go. Now it works for some reason, and it still says no escape points. Could I lower the... Oh, right, that was the same thing we were talking about before. Okay. And that even adds some climbable area. And people will kind of be able to see in, which is cool. And in fact, what I could do is move that like that. And that'll work really well. There we go. Look at that. Almost like I planned it, sort of. We'll pretend I did. Okay, we're going to continue with this in a second. I just need to take a quick break. My brother is at my door again. I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So, we need to continue. I really wish I could let it go into the day cycle, but I can't leave these guys as is. I want to get them like a really cool climbing structure here. And the question is, do I want to build that myself? Usually what I do is, this is one I did build on a different map. And I really like it. So actually we're going to use this. I don't feel cheaty about this because this is one I made. And it's pretty cool. And then a lot of times what I do is take the pre-made ones and then expand off of them too. I would like to make like a really cool big thing. Like, even if we did this, this could be cool. And then we'll put some supports down with it. Just kind of create like a giant jungle gym. I think that would be cool. We'll fix this in a second. Oops, nope. Look okay? That looks okay. And now that's kind of touching the ground. And then can't see what's going on here. Oh, there we go. Like then this. Yeah, like just makes this gigantic jungle gym basically. Look at that. There we go. I like that. And then we'll add like this. Can't see what's going on. It's a little disorienting. There we go. This. It's like a little hanging thing. Well, that doesn't fully connect, so let's do something about that. There we go. I mean, that looks a little wild, but I think that's cool. This music's so good. It really is. Look okay? Yeah, it does. Look at that. So that looks a little wackadoo, but that's pretty cool. People can come here and see all that climbing. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. So now let's add plants. This is definitely bigger than it needed to be, but I plan on getting more. Like, I plan on having as many orangutans as I can have. These are pretty decent stats. I'm using like all my conservation credits up. I'm gonna need to start releasing some animals in the wild here soon. Okay, let's add some trees, because actually let's do enrichment items. Also, feeding platforms. I like to put the feeding platforms kind of like where a zookeeper can reach them, but also kind of actually up off the ground. I think that looks cool. I've done some cool stuff with that in some of my other habitats at other franchise zoos, and it's really fun. It just needs to not be so up off the ground that the keepers can't get to it, basically. don't think that's too tall. But what we can do, too, to also just make sure the keeper can get there, is put this where I want it. So, like, get that on an edge that I want. Put it down, highlight it, XX. Nope, not what I wanted. Do that. And then move it. Oops. Don't do that. Because now once you do that, its axis changes and it's annoying. So then, just like that. And then just for safety, we'll duplicate it and do that. And then the zookeeper should be able to walk up there. And it's just kind of cool. And then that way, the orangutans will eat up kind of off the ground. And it's neat. Again, that shouldn't be too tall for a zookeeper, but I'll just keep an eye on it, and it should be fine. Go back to food, and then we'll need water pipes because I'm not putting water in it. So we'll need some of these. So we'll put one over here by their cool little palace, and then just because it's a large exhibit, I might actually put a couple of water pipes down. Now we need to click on somebody. And we need to do enrichment. And we'll probably overdo the enrichment because I'm going to continue to add. Keyboard. A fun thing to do with the keyboards also is to put them on a platform. I don't know why that's obstructed. Might be obstructed by the... Yeah, there we go. Put one there. Stop editing the group. Mobile. Tire. We're just gonna need a lot of things. Put some cardboard boxes in. And like I said, I'm gonna overdo it because I'm gonna put in more of these guys. I like the foraging boxes. Those are nice. Those are nice. I meant to say nice and neat at the same time. That got weird. Again, put some stuff up. They can get over here too, so we'll put a termite thing here. Oh no, that's in the bear. Actually, the bears probably would have liked that too. Still. Yeah, that's kind of everywhere. So maybe I'll let them have one thing away from prying eyes. I think that would be nice. Okay, so now they have enrichment. And they should actually have the climbing space they need. So they should actually be not super angry. Yeah, they're not. So we're gonna actually let the game play. Because then I can get out of night. Because now they're not in bad welfare. So now we're gonna add some trees. They are from Asia and they only like the tropical biome. So we're gonna just kind of look at just those trees. I love mangrove apple trees. I really do. I think they're cool. We're gonna put a bunch of trees over here because that will make them happy, and as is, the guests already can't see them over here. So I'm not gonna be particularly concerned about it obstructing anybody's view. So, like, this is an area where I can make it very foresty for them, and they can be very happy about it. But it's not going to take away from, like, visitors, if that makes sense. Tarman trees are some of my favorite ones to put in. Strangler figs are cool, they're just really tall. So a lot of times I cheat them. But this will all add climbing space for them as well. I'm pretty sure all of these are climbable. I like to poke trees, but they're just massive. just massive. Now they should also like bamboo. At the very least not hate it. Right? Yep, they're not hating it, so that's good. Bamboo also just kind of fills in the area really well. So I'm putting like all the trees along the back, because then they get all the coverage and forest they want. But right now, no one's really viewing them from the back. So this way it doesn't impact anyone's view of anything. Well, the main rails are cool. That's okay. And then we're gonna do... That's weird. Why did you just get boxed up? I will put a lot of this stuff down on the ground because it won't block anyone's view. You can see we're getting into the sunrise. And then this just kind of adds. I'm probably going to put a lot of rocks along the ground too, to be honest with you, even though it'll take a lot of time. And that's just going to be a, I want this exhibit to look interesting kind of thing. And right now I'm not sure it does. People are coming to view them though. And this will work out too, because I'll put a bunch of orangutans in here. There'll be plenty of room for plenty of them. And that was also kind of the goal in making the exhibit so large. Now the other apes, and I might have been able to get away with it with these guys, but like you can put chimps and bonobos together, even though they don't get like a species bonus for living together. And that's cool because then you can make like the large exhibit they need, but have a lot of animals in there. And I just feel like it's more economical with the space. Look at that. You guys are going to be pretty happy in here, I think. And like I said, I'm going to put some rocks down. Just for my own happiness. Just to add texture to the ground. One of my animals is unhappy. See, and like this is rocky, so we'll put rocks down. I think that's cool. That's levitating. Hold on. It might be. I didn't get any copyright claims on my stream yesterday. I was wondering if I might. But it also could be that I have the music quiet enough that it didn't end up getting triggered. So I don't know. That is a good question. I would assume it is, but it might be that the developers, Frontier, they might not be that worried about it if it's somebody using the music because they're playing the game, if that makes sense. That doesn't look that horrible, I'm not gonna lie. You have no idea about copyright. Copyright's kind of wacky. And the thing about copyright is it's one of those things that matters. Okay, they can't reach that platform. I'll fix that then. It's one of those things that really only matters if the people who own it care about it, if that makes sense. Okay, XX. Which one is gonna rotate? No, that's not the way I want it to rotate. So it must be green is gonna rotate it. No. So red's gonna rotate it the way I want to rotate it? Nope. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna start over. Habitat. Do do. Do 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 do. I don't know why when I adjust the height on this it becomes like different for some reason, but it does. Like it changes the axes. Move. Do this, and then we'll duplicate it. And there we go. I think that should work. I think you should be able to reach that one now. It's not telling me they can though, so maybe I need to, well, edit this and take this particular platform off. And then I think they should be able to get to it. Unless there's just an angle that doesn't work. But I don't see why that's an angle that doesn't work. The other thing I can do is move this and make it not as tall. I can do this. And then just delete both of those. Try naming it Meggy B. If you name an animal Meggy B, it goes funny. Is that like somebody who worked on the game or something? There we go. Oh, I can change food quality. There we go. What do you mean? Yes, you can. If you can reach that one, you can reach this one. This is lies. I'd call shenanigans. It's an Easter egg of sorts. Hey, Emily, welcome. I'm gonna save the zoo real quick. Name it Maggie B. Or Meggy. Meggy B. Oh, now he's all poofy. That's interesting. That's weird. That's kind of funny. I wonder why it does that. Alright, I'm pretty proud of this. Now we need to set up... He battled the bee. We need to actually set up the donations for Yagi Panics. Ooh, albino, I would love. It's not bad stats. We'll go with this one. We can have up to 9 females, I think. So I'm probably going to try to get there, because we should have plenty of room. Did I spell orangutans right? Not even close. Orangutan. I should be pretty happy though. Yeah, plenty of room, plenty of climbing. Let's check that out actually. It's like all this is climbable. Several of these trees should be climbable. Yep, several of them are. So that's cool. Lost revenue. Altogether, I have all of the Wow, that's a lot more hours than I have. You were hosted by... I heard about that! That's so cool, Yagi. That is really, really cool. You must have been freaking out. I would have been. They seem like... The devs seem like they're really cool people. I don't have all of the DLCs. I have the deluxe upgrade and I have the Arctic one. And I'm probably going to buy the aquatic one. I think I told you... I've said that on the stream a couple of times, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. Let's do this one. Scary but fun. I bet. Did you get, like, obviously you were hosted, but, like, did any of the devs come and talk to you? Because that would be cool. Music got so quiet all of a sudden. See, and this time it's like working perfectly. And when I did the tigers, it was like, no. I don't know. we go. Twitch has been making a bunch of mildly controversial decisions. Ooh. I think YouTube's starting to make a bit of a comeback. Yeah, a lot of people have been moving to Twitch, but I don't know what the decisions are, but I have heard that there were decisions that made people upset. I'm gonna need to power these. I can fix that. I remember now that I had that issue. No devs visited, but I think I got a few keys. Oh, that's cool. Twitch is for didn't Ninja move to Mixer, or was that somebody else who moved to Mixer briefly before Mixer was like, nah? Did not mean to click on that question mark. I do like Twitch though. Like, I don't know about their decisions because I don't personally stream on Twitch. I've thought about moving my Yoda Bauer one, like this one, to Twitch. But I'll always keep my Star Wars one on YouTube. Twitch is just, it integrates stuff for stream, like raids and stuff. Just works so much better. Twitch, oh, my internet's hiccuping. Twitch banned a big streamer without giving any reason. The way Twitch handles copyrights, forced ads when opening the stream, a bunch of stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, and Twitch was previously a pretty open platform, so I can see why people would be upset for them to go from being really open to not telling you why. Ninja did move to Mixer. Mixer shut down 9 months later. Ninja got his entire 8-year contract paid out. Made 8 years worth of money. Wow. And that's just sheer luck, honestly. I mean, like, obviously it's not luck that put him in the... Well, there's always a little bit of luck. But, like, obviously he did the work to get to the point where you can get an 8-year contract. But, like, to get it paid out like that was luck, obviously. Never... It's fun. You have to really want to... Well, I mean, you can do it half-heartedly as long as you don't care if you grow or not. But, like... And then you came back to Twitch. I really want to stream, but you have the most baby... Aw. Hey, I hate my voice, so it's fine. I'm a 30-year-old woman who sounds like a 12-year-old boy. So, like... Things, you know, that's kind of how it is. I will say... Obviously, like, you can do what you want. You shouldn't pressure yourself into doing something you don't want to do. But, like, you can... Your voice will get better as you do it. If that makes sense. Like, it's not like a wait around until you're good at it kind of thing. Like, you only get better at it by doing it. But it's just a fun thing. Honestly, the biggest hurdle I think most people have and they don't realize is really going to be technical stuff. I used to stream on my laptop, and that laptop did its duty. You know, it was not built for streaming, and I was streaming from it, and my streams definitely suffered from it. But like, if you can just get something, you'd be surprised. Like, I'm obviously, like, on this channel especially, I'm nowhere near big size or anything, but I just do it for fun. Just to have a good time. It's enjoyable. I want more orangutans. Oh, only boys. I need girls. Still waiting for a seal screen. Yeah! I know the readout I read at the start of the stream this morning said they're seals, but I don't think we've seen them. That's going to be really exciting. I wonder if they're going to have absurd requirements, though, because, like, the polar bear exhibits are insane how big they need to be. I wonder if that will get rebalanced at all, or if they want to keep it that way. Okay, so what's left to do is... I want to put in a bear exhibit here, a small exhibit here, and then I also need to start putting in, I need food for my people. I could put in, let's take a brief pause from building exhibits to put in some food stalls here, I think. Because we have a few over here. So let's take some time to beautify what we have a little bit. Yagi, have you played, or Totter, since you've played so much, do you guys have opinions on vending machines versus stands? Also, can anyone tell me how to fix this? This was built on the grid. Like, I was in the grid, I had the grid selected, and this won't go away. This light post was not there when that problem happened. Although, I guess it doesn't matter because people seem to be walking over it, but just visually I don't like it. But the vending machines seem to have the advantages of being smaller, and I don't have to have a vendor, but they break down all the time, so then you need more mechanics. How are we doing on... I guess I could put a restroom here. That wouldn't be a bad spot for a restroom. Let's put in some food stands over here, I think. Drinks, this seems to be what people really need, so... Where's the water stand? We'll start there. We'll pause, because the game's going to start yelling at me about people not being able to get to places. Vending machines break our stress since they always break, and according to the stale stats, they make a loss. But I still put them everywhere, I guess, so it was worth it. It keeps visitors happy. Yeah, and that's kind of what I wonder about it, too. It might be worth it, because it keeps people happy. Let's do this. I hate these groups. Sometimes they have advantages, but I wish I could decide if what I'm doing goes into a group or not. Squad, we'll put one right next to it. There's already a restroom here, so what I'll probably do is just add that restroom over there. I don't see anybody with hats, so I'm assuming I have not put in a Hats Fantastic yet. So let's do that also. Do I not have a Looney Balloons either? I think I might have only just a Memento. I should do something about that. Ah, Looney Balloons. Do that here and we'll let that path build. That's fantastic. Okay. Why did you do that? That's weird. Okay. Oh, sure. Whatever. Pathing. Whoa. Why are you? Whatever. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Go. Why is it doing this? I realize this is ugly as frick, but this is just what's gonna happen. There we go. The heck? There we go. Again, ugly as frick, but I don't really care. It looks wild and wacky and fun. Okay, let's come over here. Duplicate. Exactly. Rocks. Rocks solve every problem. There we go. Duplicate. What was it? Click, and then it said it was Control D. Yep, okay. Duplicate. hotkey is actually any faster than just clicking on the... Oh, I hate the long grass on the paths. Hate it so much. We're gonna be fixing that because it drives me insane. Duplicate. Sorry, I should be talking, but these, like, getting them just right moves distract me sometimes. There we go. Okay, that's better. And then I think the other thing I'm gonna do, because I will need another restroom, but I don't need another one in this area. Nope, don't do that. Why not? Why can't you duplicate this? Is it because there's people in it? I don't understand. Okay, this is the shell, and I can just put the bathroom in the shell. So we'll put another bathroom over here. Facilities. Toilets. Why can't I? Okay. Tell you what, we'll get the bathroom in and then we'll move the shell over. I don't understand what's going on here. There we go. Hop back over here. No, not the actual toilet block. Give me the shell for the toilet block. There we go. And that was more because technically this bathroom is going to be more helpful over here, but adding a second bathroom over here wasn't going to do much for me. So now there's just another bathroom over here. Alright. Look at that. Look at that. People are going to be all excited. Let's put down some benches. For people to sit at. Right by there. I'm not also completely against picnic benches. What picnic benches did I use over here? Used those, the dark wood ones. So we'll use these. It's not really the best place for picnic benches, but oh well. There we go, and then we'll get some waste bins. Should probably add a couple of caretakers too if I'm going to do this. I love the rush, like right after you build something new, and then later they're like, no, I didn't want to go there. I only wanted to go there when it was new. There we go. There we go. I'm thinking about it. Let's add... We're making good money. We can add 2 caretakers. Keepers. Get them leveled up. Mechanic. Vendors. Should probably add some loose vendors. And this will work too, because I built a big staff area over there when I started building all of these other exhibits. We should add a vet too. Let's hire a new vet. And then let's just hire 2 extra vendors so that they can have something to do while people are resting. Did I ever put a perk here? I don't think I did. Hey, it's raining. Okay, let's prettify this a little bit, eh? Nope, did not mean to favorite that. Nope, turn this stuff off. There, pay no attention to my really weird ground and erosion problems. We are not having erosion problems, you're having erosion problems. hate how the tall grass goes through the paths. Add some nature. You know, I could probably stand to add another information booth somewhere too. Really wouldn't hurt. Can I add it here? Yes, I super can. Exit. Kate. There we go. Perfect. Looks like we got a gift. It's probably... Do we ever get, like, clothes for this one? Doesn't look like it. Many guests think my tickets are underpriced. That's nice. It's nice of them to think that. 22. Oh, the Bengal tigers have become the most appealing, even over the pandas. Interesting. What time are we at? Ooh, I only got maybe another half hour, probably a little bit less than that before I have to go. Time flies. It really, really does. Alright, let's put down some stuff and things here. Some palm trees are nice considering this is going into like my tropical exhibit area, you know? Some trees down. Pay no attention to the staff area over here. There is no staff area. I don't know what you're talking about. There we go. Some palm trees. And then we'll put down some plants. Oh, there we go. That's definitely what I'm looking for. Make it look a little bit snazzier. There we go. Look at that. Now, is there something with some color that I can drop down? I mean, I know there is, but like, is there something reachable? Ooh, some of our first pandas are about to mature. That's exciting. Can send them out into the wild. Get some conservation credits back finally. That's exciting. There we go. This will just add a little bit of color to all this green. Perfect. There we go. Pay no attention to that erosion. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. It's going quite well. I can put some lights down. That'll help too. Requires repair. Call a mechanic over there to help it. It's not actually doing anything at the moment. I probably didn't need to put it in yet, but it was going there for planning purposes. Why are you guys all unhappy? I wonder if I'm having... Like, is there a lot of crime? No. What's causing all this unhappiness? Why are there so many unhappy guests? Very odd. Seems like they're very unhappy. I don't understand it. I don't know. Let's pause it while we're in the night. And put down some lights. I love these East Asian ones with the little flames in them. Some of my favorites. Aren't there meters for all the things? Yes, there are. But it doesn't really tell me because it's like they're it shows me their hungriness level, their thirsty level, that sort of thing. But like, it's a bit frustrating because it doesn't necessarily tell me why they're unhappy. And like, I just put in a food court, so like, you would think that would help. Can't be crowding. It's like, I don't really know. We'll do more to make all this pretty later, but I just haven't finished the area yet. I'm not gonna do that because I might not keep people there. But yes, you are remembering because there is this meter. So this is happiness. So for some reason, all of these people are unhappy. I don't really get it. Their energy level is fine, and there's benches everywhere. So that shouldn't really be an issue. Hunger. There's a lot of hungry guests, but like, all of the pockets of hungry people are like near food. Thirst is pretty high, and I think that's because I'm in a hot climate. So I might actually want to put down a couple of vending machines just for drinks. And I kind of want to avoid having too many vending machines. It might help a little bit. Was this like not powered there? What the heck? Oh, that's funny. Okay, just move it. And put it right in that one spot where there was no power. I do that actually. In like desert biomes or Arctic biomes. There's like I've never built an Arctic one, but I did a Taiga one, and everyone was cold, so I put down heaters for guests. Also, just because it snowed all the time and I could never see what I was doing. So at least part of that was for me. And look, I even put like fancy lights on this. Isn't that nice? I finally figured out how to do that today. Alright, let's check on our zoo animals. Hey, we have a baby tiger. I didn't see that happen. Baby tiger. Baby tiger. Thank you! We built that yesterday on stream, but I added the lights today. Right, we were checking on our zoo animals. I want to get some more of those guys. Let's release a few of these scorpions to the wild, just because there's so many of them. The trade center. Pandas. So one of my pandas grew up. This one? Let's release you to the wild. It's exciting. While we're here, I need to get like lions or something. There's a couple of species where you really get a lot of conservation credits out of them. And I might need to prioritize something like lions for right now, just to start getting some conservation credits back. I mean, after we finish this area. So like, I might go back here and build lions or something. Because you get a lot. See, now my guests are feeling happier. I need to keep getting that education rating up too. Yeah, see, those vending machines are making them happy. Ooh, we're already gonna have baby orangutans. That's pretty cool. Can you see? Hey, yeah, you can. They're up there. You can't really see them up there, but they're there. Oh, you know what I can do? Nope. Curve slopes. No. Bad game. Come on. Do what I tell you to do. There we go. Now they can come up there and see them there. And that won't really interfere with all of the space that I'm going to use for other things. Whether anyone actually takes advantage of this, I don't know. But they can do it. That guy is so excited. He's just so freaking excited. I want to pop in here real quick and look at our orangutans. Look, somebody's all the way up here. Look at that. They're utilizing this space. I like it. Is this our poofy one? Or is that our boy? I think that's our boy. See, she's what I'm looking for, but she's real expensive. We'll just have to wait. So yeah, my plan is to put Formosan brown bears in here, but see, like, that's really, I think what I can do is, it doesn't need to be this big. For the brown bears. Like, we can very easily do that. That's better. That's closer to what I have going at the tigers. Yeah, that's still plenty of room. No, the only things I've seen are I mean, I guess maybe I have and I didn't know they were these. I've seen the stuff that was on the Steam page, and then I saw the stuff that was on the thumbnails for Rudy's, 2 Rudy's videos. If he's been covering them. He's like the only big time Planet Zoo person I've watched stuff from. Oh, you're welcome to drop them in. I or Yagi will have to approve them. Because I think I had lakes turned off, but that's cool. I'm down. Let's see, how much time do I have? Still have a little bit of time. I don't know that I have start a new exhibit time. So this and this might have to wait. But I'm pretty proud of, I mean, we got this far in 3 hours. And that's 2 exhibits. That's pretty good. I still really like this. I think this looks cool. Like, let's check out this lady. See, she's got a real good view. Look at that. Like, if I went to a zoo and I got to see that, I'd be so happy. I'm really glad she knows that the humidity in the iguana exhibit is just right. This orangutan exhibit, for not like doing anything cool with the terrain, this ended up looking pretty good. And then this is nice and open, so like the keepers and stuff can get in pretty easy. That was like actual English. Somebody just yelled orangutan. How we doing? Ooh. We must have just hit a new one. Look at all these orangutans. Do we have any new ones? That's not bad. That's not bad. We'll do this one. I just want more, is the thing. She's so poofy. So poofy. Sent links in the chat. You sure? That's weird. I don't see him at all. YouTube must have screwed it up. Because I would have approved them, but I can't see them. So that's weird. if you do you use Discord at all? Because you can hop into my Discord and share them if you want. Hey, like Quinn's playing. It's a friend of mine. Let's go visit her. Where are you at, Lai? There she is. Oh, she's tired. Look at her. She's not feeling the heat like a true Brit. She's happy about her view of the Bengal tigers, though. You gotta open the YouTube page. Oh, okay. Open your stream on YouTube. Okay, hold on. Got it. No, I did that. I still don't see him. I'm looking at my stream on YouTube, and it's not there. I'm looking at it, unless it's... Yeah, no, I'm not seeing it. But it might be because I'm signed in, maybe. So let's... Oh, that needs to be repaired. I should probably hire another mechanic. That would not be a bad thing. You know what I can do, too, is... Kept clicking on the wrong thing. Hire another mechanic. Oh, Planet Zeus Twitter? Then it's not a leak. But yeah, I'll go check that out after the stream. See what they look like. I'm gonna build a... Did I ever build a workshop? I think I might have actually built a workshop. There's nothing really for them to look up, though. Can you do... Oh, you can do the... Extra point. No, you can't. Because I already got all the Arctic theming, right? Yeah. So there's nothing for them to be doing. Oh, look at the cats. Look at the big cats. The big kitties. Now, do you walk up, or do you do walk up? Okay. Hey! I do remember you, Kanye. I did an early stream today. I'm sorry. I don't usually stream this early. But I was really jonesing to play. Look what we did today. Isn't this neat? We built some tigers and gave them a waterfall. And then we built some orangutans. Internet's being a pain. I'm sorry. I don't honestly only have about 15 more minutes before I have to get going. I'm usually up this early on a Sunday, but I don't usually stream this early. But I really wanted to keep playing with this. But what we're going to do next is, whenever I stream this again, we're going to put in Formosan black bears. And then I think I might put another exhibit here in the middle. Right now we're just kind of playing around, and I'm making parts of the zoo prettier. I can put some stuff along here. We still having thirst problems? We are. Let's do something about that. Milkshakes would be nice. And then let's add a second, just a momentum. That's just because it's right next to that exhibit. Exhibit. Duplicate. Yeah, thank you. We've been going a little wild today. This time really flies when I play this game. Other games I'll stream for like an hour and I'll get tired, and then this game I can just kind of go forever and not even notice. But yeah, now we're just kind of doing odds and ends. I'll probably save any other exhibit building for next stream. But yeah, this is cool. And it's, again, you can kind of like just look into the water. I like playing around with the waterfall stuff. Ooh, I got another panda reward. I'm not gonna lie, this is the real reason why I wanted to stream, is I wanted to be a part of the community thing. Forgot I had all these guys in here. Ooh, my red pandas are about to inbreed, which means I didn't see that they grew up. Oh, they grew up and had more kids. Wow, I have been not paying attention to these guys at all. Release these guys to the wild. That's nice, because I've been spending more conservation credits than I've been getting in. And then these guys can go. There we go. Oh no. Yeah. Whoops, nope, that's not what I meant to do. Stop. I meant to... This one. There we go. How are you doing today, though? How's your Sunday so far? I'm glad you got to drop by for part of it. Got a lot of friends who are streaming over on Twitch right now. But I think what I'm going to put here in the middle, just to kind of go with Asia rainforest theme, is... I was thinking a Chinese pangolin. And then maybe some more food stalls. But like, they don't necessarily need a very big exhibit, so I could just build like a small exhibit here. I could even do... Let me check something. I think this is Africa and not Asia. Yeah, so never mind. I was trying to do... I could do some more exhibits. What doesn't have power? Ah, because this is... This needs repairing. Hard to tell right now. Literally just woke up to a warm cup of hot chocolate from your mom. That's not a bad way to wake up, though. Nice cup of hot chocolate. Sounds like at least you're off to a good start. Hopefully the day goes well for you. Is this like your last day of your weekend? You have like work or school to get to on Monday? I have work on Monday. So I'm just trying to relax before I start back into the work week. My streams during the week have been irregular lately because actually work has been like kind of stressful. And so I just never know how much energy I'm going to have to stream during the week. So hopefully I'll see you guys. Hopefully I'll stream during the week, but we'll see. We will see. It'll all depend on how well work goes. If I'm being completely honest. Yeah, this is looking good. This is looking real good. Surprised I haven't heard from my family being up yet this morning. How's our inspector doing? Very happy so far. I think I've greeted both of these players. Yeah, this is going well here. Plop some nice flowers down. Nope, not what I meant to do. There we go. We are a non-hypoallergenic zoo. Cover up the erosion problem. There we go. What lamppost do I use these? Oh, they're not powered for some reason. Okay, well, I'm not gonna worry about it then. We'll figure out that power problem tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, next stream. If you do stream during the week, can't promise. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, those are the days you get your homework done. I understand. Homework is important. Homework is very important. And honestly, if I do stream, I might... the last time I was streaming, before I started playing Zoo yesterday, I was in the middle of another game called Dishonored. And if I do stream during the week, I might pick up where I left off in that game. Anyway. So even if you miss me during the week, you would just be missing a different game. Yeah, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. I want to take one last look through my animals here. We have so many scorpions. Look how happy your scorpions are. Right, which one is it? In here? There's so many of them. So many scorpions. There's one. There's one. There's one. Sorry, the camera moves really erratically when it's this zoomed in. All kinds of scorpions. But no one has ever, like, I understand, like, a lot of my viewers are kind of sporadic anyway, especially because my stream times are kind of sporadic. So, like, I'm never worried. People can't make it. No one is ever obligated to watch. Ooh, this is a good one. Let's do this one. Come on. Ooh. I think that will be the last orangutan I want. That should put me near the number I wanted. I think. Click on you. Oh, that's actually going to end up being one too many, apparently. Well, that's fine. I'm not worried about it. They'll have the room. They'll just be a little irritable about it. They will definitely have the room. I didn't realize how many I'd gotten. Very cool. Again, like, I'm pretty happy with this exhibit. How are we doing? I never finished going through my animals. One of my pandas is getting older. But that's okay. The wolves my wolves are all getting older, and they never really had a lot of pups. So the next stream we might have to, they do look so relaxed. The next stream I might have to replace my timber wolf population. Oh. That's that. Our people are going down. Let's add more marketing. Keep people coming in, because there's plenty of room for more people in the zoo. Plenty of room. Oh, the timber wolves are about to mate. See? Shouldn't have even said anything. Hot chocolate just turned into hot chocolate and blueberries. Finally something healthy in the morning. Hey, that sounds like a good morning, I'm telling you. I think it sounds like you're off to the start of a good day. Okay, so I did get one too many orangutans. That's okay. That's on me. I miscalculated. I got too excited. I can always release one to the wild. It's not that big a deal. So you're not happy there's too many of you? Yeah. So, like, you're not currently preggers. So I could release this one to the wild. Now they won't be overcrowded. Look at it. Look at our big boy up on top of our thing. I wonder if her child will also be poopy. No one's gone up here to look at this, but that's okay. It's there, and that's what makes me happy. Look at those donations. Let's check in with somebody. You. Not you. Yes, you. You are enjoying your view of the orangutan. That's exciting. Oh, where are you going? I meant to look under your exhibit. Well, I think I have to go get to my own breakfast. It's about 10 a.m. here for me. So I think this is where I'm going to have to call it. Like I said, I don't really know what the stream schedule will be like. I'll try to drive back at some point. At the very least, I'll stream something next weekend. And it'll be good. And yeah, this has been fun. We got some really good progress, I think. And so it'll be this and this next stream, and I'll fill in this area, and we'll maybe do lions or something. I need something that generates a lot of conservation credits. And so I think that'll be what does it. Look at that! Look at us getting 5-star reports. But thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys when I see you. Have a good day and good rest of your weekends.